Welcome to Adult ypww Lesson 8. I do not own the rights to this music. Today's topic is The World is Ever Changing, but God Remains the Same, Part 4. The lesson text is coming out of 1 Samuel chapter 3 and 1 Samuel chapter 4, Hebrews chapter 10 verses 22 through 24, and 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verses 12 through 14. The memory verse. I will read the King James Version first and then the New International Version of Malachi chapter 3 verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. The New International Version of Malachi chapter 3 verse 6. I the Lord do not change, so you, the descendants of Jacob, are not destroyed. This week we will continue our discussion about the ever-changing world and the consistency of God. In this lesson, we study a timeline of Samuel's life when he matured and grew into young adulthood. We will review some of the major challenges that he faced and how God continually directed his life. After the death of Eli, Samuel was promoted to be the new priest and prophet of Israel. This transition of Samuel's ministry to the priesthood brought great joy in the land because he was loved by the nation of Israel. As Eli's assistant, Samuel had established a stellar reputation among the people of his country. Our preceding lessons have discussed the way in which Samuel's world went through metaphoric changes, from the days of his infancy to the acceptance of his destined call. So much has changed around this great man of God. Change of residency, avoiding the influence of Hophni and Phinehas, and now the death of Eli. Through the vicissitudes of his life and the ups and downs, the presence of God remained in his life. Through it all, God helped Samuel to become a successful leader. Last week, we briefly discussed Samuel's first conversation with God. During this prayer, God tells Samuel a phenomenal prophetic word that was overwhelming. He told Samuel that he was going to do a new thing in Israel and that everyone who hears about it will be surprised. God also told Samuel that he advised Eli to correct the sinful lifestyle of his sons, Hophni and Phinehas, for many years, but he did not. Now he had to judge the house of Eli because of the unrestrained sins of his sons. God also declared that nothing could be done to change his mind about this decision. And that's found in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verses 10 through 14. The next morning, Eli asked Samuel what the Lord said to him, but Samuel was afraid to answer. Eli compelled him to respond, and Samuel told him exactly what God said. Eli's response to Samuel was kind. He acknowledged the prophetic word from the Lord that Samuel shared with him. After this conversation, Eli and Samuel continued to work together in ministry as leaders of the nation of Israel. Samuel matured and the Lord blessed all of his efforts. Whatever Samuel prophesied happened, and that's 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 19. The nation of Israel realized that God had anointed Samuel for leadership. One day, Israel went out to war to fight the Philistines, and they were defeated. To assist their efforts for their second attack against the Philistines, they brought the Ark of the Covenant with them to the place of war. Although this was a tremendous effort, once again they were defeated by the Philistines. Eli's sons, Hophni and Phinehas, were killed in this second battle, and the Philistines stole the Ark of the Covenant. When Eli heard this report, he fell backward off of his seat, his neck broke, and he died. The death of the prophet Eli and his sons was a huge event for the nation of Israel. Samuel began his new position to be the priest of Israel. He also served as Israel's prophet, intercessor, judge, restorer of theocracy, and founder of the monarchy. Samuel was a righteous man who was gentle in nature. In 2 Samuel chapter 3, verse 2, God told Eli these words about Samuel. And I will raise me up a faithful priest that shall do according to that which is in my heart and in my mind, and I will build him a sure house, and he shall walk before my anointed forever. Wow, what a wonderful rating of approval from God. We never read again about Samuel running back and forth in efforts to understand the voice of God or his directives. We now read that the word of the Lord came to Samuel, and Samuel did accordingly. And that's 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 10. God and Samuel continued to have these types of calm, wonderful conversations for the remainder of his ministry. We are privileged to read this dialogue, and it is like listening to conversations between two good friends. As believers in Jesus Christ, we also want to have a good rating of approval from God. As we mature and follow God's directives for our lives, we can experience success like Samuel. The extreme changes that Samuel had to go through in his life did not cause him to lose his faith in God. He embraced every prophetic word from God about what was to happen next in his life. He did not allow the surprising events that God told him was going to happen make him fearful of his future or his call to ministry. The questions for today's lesson, or there's one question. Number 1, surprising prophetic declarations from the Lord can be frightening. However, our faith must be stronger than our fear. Discuss the amazing and surprising prophetic words from the Lord to these Bible heroes: Moses, David, Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Zacchaeus. How did they build up their faith to believe and experience the word over their lives come to pass? The end. God bless you and thank you for joining me today.